Welcome to the Footy Show. Let's get this party started.
Is it a party?
It's a party today. I don't know why, but it is. You look a bit tired, like you've just come in from a party.
No, I was engaged. And now straight away.
Oh.
You're slagging me off, like literally from the start.
I'm not slagging you off.
Engaged in them.
Are you ready? You were ready?
All
right, well, let's go then.
I would be like that, wouldn't I? Vittied up.
Oh, yeah.
That's
to be honest,
mode.
you went full Vitty yesterday early doors. You picked it up by the time we went
I was actually asleep on the couch over there.
So you went full. You went full Vitty. Premier League Saturday, big game, Chelsea, Manchester United. It was billed as Mourinho going back to his old club to lose his job, and he didn't.
It's a really large
It was a massive billing. It was like a pelican.
Big duck.
It was like a pelican. The bill was so big. And it ended 2-2. It was a good game, actually. Good game. Good game.
I'm going to say
full Brucey bonus. Ended 2-2 with lovable Ross Barkley scoring. Tattoo-less Ross Barkley.
Slightly off topic, but why are some of the newspapers making a big deal about Ross Barkley not having any tattoos? He hasn't had any tattoos for ages.
No, he
had them removed when he was at Everton.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they get a new shiny thing and go, we need to find something to talk about.
Yeah,
Ross Barkley. Didn't he have tattoos? Yeah, he had them all removed when he was at Everton. It's not a new story.
And see whether he should play with the thing over it.
It's nothing new. He got rid of them.
He said himself, he was young, didn't he? But what did you make of the game? I mean, good result for United, better result for United than Chelsea.
But it was a good result for United. You were winning 2-1.
Yeah.
96 minutes.
No, obviously the disappointment to concede late on. But I just mean in general, because Chelsea under Sarri have been flying. United haven't been. And obviously going to Stamford Bridge. I mean, Mourinho, he's got that ability, hasn't he, for those kind of games. He always seems to get a result in those kind of games. What did you make of him giving it the all? I won 3 leagues here, give me some respect. What did you make for that? Nothing.
Half the course.
Nothing. Does he deserve respect for what he did at Chelsea?
Yeah, of course he does. Of course he does. He doesn't deserve any stick.
Yeah.
Any stick at Chelsea at all. They're a average size football club, and he made them
important.
Huge. Yeah, he made them, and everything that comes since is because of him. You know.
Do we forget too soon in football?
Well, we do now, considering that how. I mean, okay, he's managed other clubs. I understand that, but that's because he went to Chelsea quite early. But surely deserves the success. Other clubs laud their managers who created stuff. Laud them. Like, I mean, the only one I can put near it, because you can see, talk about the likes of Busby and you talk about the likes of Shankly, but they're not quite the same because they devoted themselves to those clubs.
Yeah.
The only one I can say, and I apologise if this is not in your age bracket, it's not really at my age bracket, is Clough. Brian Clough took Derby County, who were not absolute nothing club, and made them champions of England. And then fell out with the owner, left, and went to Nottingham Forest, their rivals, won the 2 European Cups with them. But Derby County fans still love Clough.
Yeah.
Because he made them relevant for a short time, and they've never been able to make that success, but they still love him. They still love Brian Clough. Imagine how hard that would be. You know, if that was us, it would be, but they still love him, and I think that's where he does deserve the respect of Chelsea fans. Chelsea, it's probably just on the day pantomime stuff.
Oh yeah. But, I'm sure if you spoke to most of them,
he deserves that respect.
Yeah. So you think it wasn't a great point for United now, just because the way they conceded?
Probably before the game, they'd got a point. They probably thought, but if you're winning, then and it's a poor goal.
Oh yeah, it is a bad goal. It's a bad goal. But there you go. Chelsea still doing really well, aren't they? Obviously under Sarri, doing very well.
Yeah, because at the end of it, you'd expect if you get a point at home to Man United, you wouldn't think it was the worst one in the result in the world, but just where they are in the league.
But the last 2 games had Liverpool and United at home and drew both of them with So late goal, obviously, from Liverpool to rob them at 3 points, but then he got it back at the weekend. So it is what it is. One of the games I was surprised with, Cardiff 4, Fulham 2. Cardiff, who can't really score goals. You know, Fulham, who have been... I enjoy the way Fulham play, but they always leave the back door wide open, don't they?
See, I've personally thought Cardiff are getting better. I don't think they're going to stay up, but I think their players are starting to adjust to the Premier League, and I think that's actually more important than what Fulham are doing. Fulham, I think, are just open, and the manager just seems to be making all the same mistakes. He's putting too many of his principles ahead of what actually takes to get 3 points. And I think this was a fear some Everton fans had about Marco Silva, if he'd be a bit like that. But I think Cardiff are, and I actually think it'll be a lot closer whether they stay up now than obviously it would have been before they won. But I think at home they can create and make it difficult for teams to come there, which is what they were used to. Whereas before, I think people are like, it's Cardiff, but if they can get a bit of momentum, they might just give themselves a chance at least, which a lot of people didn't think they could. But you could see they went to Spurs a couple weeks ago and got beat 1-0, and they were in that game. Yeah, they were in it, and I think that's more important. Getting to grips with how to play in the Premier League is more important than buying all these shiny players and not knowing how to put them together.
I mean, I saw them at Huddersfield, and they battered Huddersfield. Drew 0-0, because neither of them could really can't score goals, but they had I think they had 19 or 18 chances at Huddersfield, and it ended up 0-0, like you say. Frustrating day for them, obviously, but for 4 goals, it's a good result.
The next one's going to be more important, isn't it? Because you're going to see whether it's whether they get the response. Fulham are just terrible at the back.
They're just wide open, aren't they?
Any team who plays Tim Ream,
they're just wide open.
One of the worst defenders.
I think last year they had a way of playing. It was really expansive and it was good to watch. And they had some good quality in there. So that quality in the Championship was easy. But when you come into here, they just haven't changed.
Sassian hasn't stepped up.
No.
And the kid in midfield,
Tom Kearney.
Tom Kearney hasn't stepped up. On the bench against us, wasn't he? They haven't stepped up.
But they got Seri, who everyone raved about.
Kearney doesn't give a chance to step up.
Well, again, he got dropped though because he was all over the place. It's more, people forget how tough the Premier League is, and that was why it was laughable. Everyone going on about Wolves, who we'll come on to in a minute, finishing 6th this year. They're going to finish 6th. So it's 2 totally different leagues. Cardiff go to Anfield at the weekend, so we'll see see how much they've learned at the weekend. Man City 5-0 against Burnley, just ticking along now, aren't they? They had that. They didn't start as well as they dropped those 2 points, and that was it. Shocking, but it was at Wolves. But 5-0.
This is the difference with City, though, isn't it? You look at them and Liverpool, I think, got the same points. I think the goal difference is already...
It's 10 better, I think, than City or something.
And
it's a point, isn't it? That's a point already, that, isn't it?
City. They'll beat teams, and they'll do the relentless as well. They want to beat teams. They get luck. I mean, one of the goals was very fortunate, looked out. I mean, imagine the ball going over the line of City and playing on. And possibly a couple of sending it off. It should have been down to 10 men in the first 15 seconds.
There was,
And Dyche was right. He said, why is it foul any different in the first minute than it would be in the last minute? What's the difference?
Said this before, though, haven't we? Said it before. The referees, let's be honest, they're horrendous. There's not even. They are.
Whether they're horrendous or not, there is this thing that runs through football. Is that you can't sort of, you have to let a game settle, or it is mad how many rules.
If it was the other way, would the lad have been sent off?
Probably.
Burnley player.
Probably. It was a bad tackle.
No.
It was on Adam
Lennon.
Wasn't it?
No, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, he probably would. Well, no, I don't know if he would have, though, because it was the first minute. I'm saying. The rules in football are weird. They're all the same, and yet they're different. That's a red card in Europe. That's only a yellow card in England. That's a handball in Europe. It's not a handball in this country.
That's the first minute. This is the 20th minute.
Yeah. That's a foul outside the box. It's not a foul inside the box. Come on, start making your minds up. What's what?
She's City 23 goals already. Their goal difference. Liverpool's and Chelsea are next with 13. So, you know, just shows you, doesn't it? Already they're just hammering teams, and they are fantastic, aren't they? Newcastle, Rafa is in a bit of bother.
He's not really bothered, is he?
Well, he's not, but this team are. Lost at home to Brighton.
Is that 5 home defeats?
5 on the row. 5 defeats on the row, isn't it? Played 9, won none, drew 2, lost 7. -8 already.
Yeah, they haven't got a goal scorer.
Sent
the best goal scorer to West Brom.
Yeah, and brought Rondon, who doesn't score. Which is just, to me, absolutely berserk. Kyle scored for Brighton. They're doing all right, Brighton. Good side, actually. Nice, decent side. He has them well organised, shooting them.
Good at home. And if they pick up a couple of wins like that, they'll be all right.
They'll be all right, yeah. They're 11th at the moment, in a good position.
Yeah. Whelan got... is it Whelan? Yeah, got a bad knock, didn't he? To go off with a head injury. They're all right. They're becoming an all right Premier League team.
Yeah. West Ham 0, Spurs 1. Lamella, good win for Tottenham.
Very good win.
West Ham 2 defeats on the run now. But I don't like giving West Ham any credit, and I'd love them to go down, to be honest with you. But they've played 9 games, but they've had bad games. They've played already. Yeah. You know, they played like
City.
City, yeah.
It's the only team.
They've played everyone else and us.
They've had a start like we did last season, to be fair to them. So, with all the new signings
the 14.
and a new manager, it's been a difficult start for them. And obviously now they got the Yarmolenko injury, which is horrific.
That's a killer finishing one for him.
Well, they're saying 6 months. It's the same injury Kubu got.
So he's out for the season, and he'll be 30. So he's 30 in the summer. So he's finished. Shite anyway.
Age concern from Basday.
No, he's crap anyway.
Help the agent.
But yeah, they'll, you know, it's up to them now to bounce back. I've had a couple of defeats on them, and the Brighton one will be the one that will have kicked them in the teeth really, because the other ones...
Yeah, they're bogey team, aren't they?
I think they beat them dealing all the time, won't they? But yeah, see how they go. But good win for Spurs, because people were writing them off, you know, going, oh, they're just not on it anymore this year. They're not as good as they were. They're 2 points off the top. And Dele Alli isn't firing. Harry Kane hasn't started really the way he was. So to be 2 points off the top, plus 9 goal difference already, you know, they've had some tricky games already. So, you know, wouldn't be writing them off. Wolves 0, Watford 2. Watford are doing really well.
They're doing all right,
aren't they? They are doing really well. 2 goals in a minute.
And that's always, as we've seen on Sunday, that's always the sucker punch.
Yeah.
Takes the. I mean, the first goal's fantastic.
Yeah.
Strike, but
it took them above Wolves.
Well, Wolves
they're on 7th.
Wolves were ticking along nicely, but I think what we've seen this weekend is when teams come back off international duty and they haven't got time to prepare, it can be, I wouldn't say a level is not the right word, because I don't think that word really exists in the Premier League, but it can unstable teams. You know, players come back with injuries or whatever. I
just haven't been together for a couple of weeks.
Your plan and all that, and I think it can throw up a few shocks or a few results that you mightn't have been expecting.
Liverpool won at Huddersfield Saturday night. Huddersfield no goals at home so far this season. I mean, they were unlucky to hit the post.
We were speaking to the Redmen and they were saying Liverpool were horrendous. But I think this was a perfect example actually of Liverpool using their squad. They started with Sturridge and they started with Shaqiri up front with Salah. And obviously Salah got the goal. And I think that's why they went out and bought those players, the likes of Shaqiri, for these kind of games. Yeah. And it's fallen perfect for them, man. To be fair, I don't like saying stuff like this, but they've just been on a horrendous run. So they will have now a better run of fixtures for them. And, you know, we've seen last night in the Champions League, he got the 3 of them back. So that's why when people are like, well, why would you buy him and why would you buy him? It's for those games, isn't it? It's for those games where you know you're playing teams where the quality is lacking. And even if someone's only got, you go, well, we've got a Champions League game in the week and you're only 80% fit, I'll leave you out and I'll play Shaqiri. And that's
That's what
it's all about. That's where those buys are really important. So they didn't play well and they won the game, and that's all you'd be asked about.
Yeah,
but Huddersfield, as you say, they one for me would definitely go down.
They just haven't got goals in them. You can't score goals. You've gone.
All that bollocks after the match.
Oh,
the aftermatch.
Stop it, mate.
Two managers. Fuck off.
No,
don't get yourself a room.
Pair of them and
absolutely. This is the way it should be. No, it shouldn't. Should be calling each other and getting on with it.
The Reds are only saying it's the way it should because they won. Huddersfield are the one.
He likes him because you get 2 for 1 in Specsavers. He needs a mate.
Yeah. And this team just throws her every time they play them. That's why he likes them. Not bad. We obviously Everton beat Palace 2-0 on the Sunday. Two good goals there. Everton up to 8th. Palace. It's a hazard, dickhead. Arsenal 3, Leicester 1 Monday night. Arsenal's 3rd goal, man. 10 wins on the run.
Yeah, I know, but I've seen the teams.
I don't care. If Everton won 10 games on the run, me and you'd be dancing in here in our bills, living the dream. But what a goal that third one.
It was a good goal, but incredible. I feel embarrassed for Leicester for conceding that goal.
No, it was. They moved the ball sharply. Would you?
I'm heavily embarrassed.
No, that's you.
No, I would be.
What do you make of Arsenal? Because again, another one people have
20 minutes, right, and Leicester should have been 3-0.
Should they?
Yeah, easily. And it'll just be interesting, and I'm not having a go at Arsenal. It'll be interesting when they play, the next time they play someone. They lost the first 2 games, City and Chelsea.
Yeah.
And since then, they haven't played anybody, right? Played us, and we should have beat them. Yeah. But they haven't played anybody.
No.
And it'll just be interesting whether by the time the next game comes along, that a big team, where their progression is. I'm not saying they're good, not saying they're not good enough, because listen, we've seen against us how shaky they are at the back, but they beat us.
Yeah.
We've seen against Leicester how shaky they are at the back, but they beat them.
They beat them, yeah.
So
got goal scorers, haven't they?
They've got very good goal scorers, and that's maybe the difference, and that's what elevates them above the rest at the moment. And that's what might push them, while everyone else is like feeling a little bit jaded or tired, that might just keep them into the top 4. But as I say, will better teams punish them because they do look like? I mean, honestly, I can't get over how bad they were in that first 20 minutes. Leicester should have had a penalty for a clear on ball. Keeper had to make a couple of really good saves. But at 1-0, they allowed Arsenal to just settle them and start playing. And once they got the equaliser, then there's only going to be one winner. Yeah. And so, as I say, we'll wait and see till they play one of those.
They go to Palace at the weekend, Arsenal, on Sunday, which could be tricky because Palace are physical. But
then because Palace don't have a goal scorer, it'll leave the door open for them. And
they've got Aubameyang and Lacazette who can put the ball in the net. Welbeck, who comes off the bench and makes a nuisance of himself. So they've got people who can put the ball in the net, haven't they? And when you've got that,
that's all it takes.
You've got a chance in every single game. Arsenal doing well up in the top 4 now, ahead of Spurs. Into the Champions League. For the British clubs, United beaten their own by Juve. Dybala. It should have been more, really, shouldn't it? The Hayes save.
I watched that in real time, and you couldn't appreciate how good a save it was till you watched. I watched it about 4 times, and at first when you watched it, it was like, oh, Ronaldo shoots that gone over. And then when you watch it, the more it slowed down, it was the shot by Ronaldo was incredible, by the way. Yeah. Incredible shot. And it was postage stamp, and somehow he's got it. It's incredible. But Man United looked sluggish, and you're never going to see them all come to 1-0. And it's interesting. Juve will win that group, I imagine. And
Mourinho was very complimentary about Bonucci and Chiellini, wasn't he? Said he can just, he could do anything because they're just amazing. Like.
Do you know when people talk about best defenders and stuff like this? People are talking about like Van Dijk and stuff like that. Good defend.
They're different gravy, aren't they? The pair of them.
And also, it's the mentality you've got.
Yeah.
It's just that mentality of not conceding.
You're not scoring, yeah.
To us. That's it. Their mentality is we do our job. We do not let them score. And we've done our job. The lads at the other end will get us a goal. But that'll win us the game. It's not. That's the mentality they have. If we don't concede, we've won us the game because we've got good enough players at the end of the pitch. So it's down to us because they can score 4, but if we allow 5 in, or whatever. I just love the fact they celebrate when they get a block in. That's and that. It's just brilliant. It's just you look at it and you go, boss, you are. Real Madrid have been having a bit of a crap time in La Liga, beaten at home at the weekend by Levante. A lot of people, saying the coach is on his way out and Roberto Martinez might be on his way in. But they won on Tuesday in the Champions League, beat Plzen 2-1, 2-0 up. They scored and then at a survivor late flurry, but they're good in that competition now, aren't they? Generally, they seem to save the best. Something's not right there, obviously. No. Well, because Ronaldo's gone. All big teams have an aura about them, and when you take that away from them, I mean, they've won both the games in the group. They beat Moscow and they've beaten Plzen now, so they're top. Roma won 3-0. No, they got beat. Played 3. Oh, they played 3. Sorry, they got beat by Moscow, didn't he? But yeah. Sorry, I was looking there. Was fake news? Yeah, they got beat. Vlasic scored. Yeah, he did. That was the game. Yeah, well, I've totally eradicated Vlasic from my thing after his silly comments. Roma 3, Moscow 0. Edin Dzeko still banging the goals. And interestingly enough, he said he wants to come back to the Premier League. As an Evertonian, would you have him? Yeah. He's 30. He's not quick though, is he? Okay. He is boss. Plan B. He is boss. But he'd want to be plan A, wouldn't he? I'm sure the money would solve that. No, I'm just saying. Where would he go? I don't know. Probably West Ham. You can read my mind. There you go. No, with Pellegrini, probably. Everton would be a good option. But it would be a good option, yeah. I'll tell you, they should get him. And I'm being totally serious here. Chelsea. The Chelsea took him with honestly, because Giroud hasn't quite worked. Morata, as good a player as he looked at Madrid and Juventus. Do they not need a more mobile centre? Well, I would say so, but what Dzeko is he knows how to play the game. Costa wasn't mobile, really. He'd get in your face, but it was his strength and his ability to bring other players into the game, which is what Dzeko does fantastically well. And he just scores goals for fun. I just think for them, maybe. But then again, Sarri might want a Dries Mertens, mightn't he? He had obviously there, and he is quite mobile. Man City 3-0 in Shakhtar. Yeah, going through the gaze in Europe now. Just after the poor start to Lyon. Bad start against Lyon. Now they are, where are they? The top. With won the last 2, haven't they? Lyon in second, unbeaten, but with 5 points. They drew 3-3 in Hoffenheim. A late equaliser in Hoffenheim. So that's all opened up, hasn't it? Then last night we saw Spurs on the verge of going out, despite having a massive poster yesterday and all over the place, in the only place you can see Champions League football in blah, 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 at the new stadium, to which many people have took great pleasure in, like Europa League Twitter accounts like Welcome Spurs and all that. PSV, they were obviously 2-1 up, Lloris sent off, and then a late equaliser there for them, and they're on the verge of going out, aren't they? Let's be honest. If you're looking at the groups, where are they? They've only got 1 point from 3 games, and no team. I think only one team has qualified. Well, they're going to have to beat PSV, aren't they, at home? They're going to have to beat Inter at home, and then they're going to need something against Barcelona. Yeah. Away. So they're out. Or, yeah. I can see them beating PSV at home. Inter. Yeah, I could see them beating Inter. They're not that good. Mm-hmm. So that gives them 7 points. Inter on 6 already. And then they go to Barcelona. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be very, very difficult. Barcelona beat Inter last night 2-0, Rafinha and Alba. We saw one of the most ingenious ways to block a Barcelona free kick from Brozovic. Someone did this. Yeah, I've seen it. Oh, I haven't seen it last week. Sorry. Obviously, the one last night was the free kick he won there, and jumped in front. But I seen someone last week, and they did something similar. They had a player ready to do something like that, jump in front of the ball. So people are obviously starting to.
But he just lay down, didn't he, and blocked it because it was on target. So hilarious, like. But you know, and obviously Barcelona have won the game without Leo Messi. You know, people will say, you know, we might struggle with what Coutinho, Dembele, and Suarez. So yeah, you know, it's because Messi wasn't in. But obviously Barcelona have won their 3 games plus 8, so they only need. They need a point, don't they, from the next 3, and they're through. But they win one more game. Which might be
good for Spurs.
It might be. It might be,
work out for Spurs, but
it's gonna.
So they'll play Inter next, won't they? Again, that's a big game because if Barcelona win that game and Spurs win their game against PSV, that just gives them that little.
There's
chance,
a little opportunity.
Knowing that if they go in against, because then
it's Inter then.
They play Inter then, and Barca's last.
Barca's last, isn't it? Sure, Barca away's last.
Is it? Does it work like that?
I'm sure it goes and then it opens up, doesn't it? Because remember when even in the Europa League we had like Limassol first.
Let's just say it does.
Or second. Well, yeah, or it could be Barcelona, the second to last game.
But if that,
anyway.
Go into that, if they beat Inter, if they beat PSV and Barcelona beat Inter, and they can get up to 4 points, just opens.
There's a little opportunity, isn't it?
If Inter beat PSV, then they're up to 9.
Yeah, it's
anyway,
based on that. They're gone. Bruges 1, Monaco 1, Thierry Henry there at Bruges. And obviously Dortmund 4, Atletico Madrid. Now, not many teams spank Atletico, do they? Dortmund are flying.
Their recruitment policy this year has been absolutely brilliant.
Took that fella, didn't he, from
that fella.
The Dutch? No, but he took the Dutch. I'm near a Dutch director of football now, because they took Ajax's manager, didn't he? The what?
If only.
Yeah. They've got all the backroom staff changed higher up because there's been a bit of infighting. It started with Klopp and Tuchel and things like that. I'm sure they've restructured it. And obviously...
Get all the facts on this show.
You do? I'm sure they've restructured it. But they've been brilliant this year. They're scoring a lot of goals.
They've got also what they've done with the scouting brains as well.
Oh, it's Favre's the manager, isn't he?
Yeah.
Lucien Favre's the manager, and he's got them playing unbelievably well.
Europe looking for top talents.
They got like Alsacer, who was at Barca, who wasn't getting in, scored. Yeah, obviously.
What we wanted Sandro to be.
Yeah, well, we were linked with him. We looked at him in the summer and didn't. And listen, he might not have done it here, so it's not like, we missed out on him, but he's done really well. He scored against England as well, didn't he? Jadon Sancho became the second youngest scorer in the Champions League at 18 last night. He scored the 3rd goal, but Axel Witsel is ours. He opened the scoring and then Guerrero with a brace. But like you say, Atletico Madrid don't get hammered. It was their first defeat. They don't get hammered very often. But, Dortmund have won 3 out of 3 now. You'd expect, it's Dortmund 9, Atletico Madrid 6. You're expecting them to through, aren't you? Monaco and Bruges got a point each. You can't see either of them overturning that. The next group D, Galatasaray 0, Schalke 0, Lokomotiv 1, Porto 3. Porto, it does, doesn't it? Porto are always mincing through, aren't they? There they go again there. 7 points from the top. Galatasaray, where's Onyekuru? Onyekuru. I know. So he's tweeted today, jogging. So he's obviously back in training. And then obviously Liverpool 4, whoever they were playing, 0. And Mo Salah with a couple of goals, but has caused a little bit of a stir because he didn't celebrate on either of them.
And well, there's talk that he's not happy.
Ruud Gullit said he's heard that he's really not happy there. No. Klopp's denied it and said he is.
Listen, I don't know if he is or he is.
No.
But the only thing I can imagine is that maybe he's just not happy personally. You know what I mean? You can't sit here and go,
no, of course.
But maybe if he's just not happy, I don't know. If he's just not happy because of
any reason,
life, then you don't know.
There you go. But he's back in the goal, scored at the weekend. Got 2 last night. Obviously, Firmino and Salah at the back again, scoring goals, aren't they? So they went top. And PSG. 2 Napoli, 2 Di Maria with a 93rd minute equaliser. When it looked like Napoli had done enough. So in summary, you know, Napoli will be kicking themselves, obviously, because they were very close there to a big win. But in some respects, it wasn't a great result, that, for Liverpool, because it's given PSG that extra point, where if Napoli would have won, you're talking 6-6-3. You've got that nice little cushion there. Now, the three of them, obviously, Speds or whatever they're called.
Liverpool play Red Star next, don't
they? So there you go.
So I imagine they'll beat them there again. And then they'll have to go away to Paris Saint-Germain and we'll have Napoli at home. So,
no, you'd expect Liverpool to get through, but it's going to be, the group's still tight, isn't it, at the minute? That's what I'm trying to say after those games. But very, very interesting. Very interesting. Other stuff that's been going on, America, MLS stuff. Obviously, we're getting this weekend. Wayne Rooney, we spoke about him last week, or the week before, continued with another, I think he's scored another 4 goals since we talked about him for DC United, and they've qualified now for the playoffs, haven't they? He's done unbelievable. They were bottom when he went there, and they've qualified for the playoffs. Incredible. And he's been doing bits and pieces with Roger Bennett, hasn't he, talking about, he mentioned his time at Everton, and he said he might have got 20 goals if he'd have stayed at Everton and played up front. Sam Allardyce put him in midfield. What do you think?
I'm not so sure.
He had 11 at Christmas.
I'm not so sure about that. No, I don't necessarily agree with that. But,
yeah. But he's done brilliantly.
His time's been fantastic, I think, I mean, listen, we spoke about this before. He has touched lucky because most of the games are at home or within a close proximity to Washington, just because they built a new stadium. A lot of their early games were away from home, and it's just been all home games really that he's had to play, and I think that's really helped him settle in. Not having to do mass travelling, not having to be away from the family as they settle in and things like that. Because you'd be not worse than, you know, you've got a young family, you're trying to get them to settle into a new country and a new home and everything that goes with it, and you're not there.
Yeah.
So I think and they are, you know, they are a very sort of homely sort of family as well. I mean, I never expected Wayne Rooney to leave sort of the northwest area. I must admit, but he's obviously grown, you know, as a person, and I think what you've seen as well, having watched them, is so many of the other players have really picked up. Now, listen, you can talk about standards all you want and the levels and stuff, but for many years, I think I've bemoaned the fact that the big problem with MLS is that their levels of professionalism are just not good enough. The amount of stupid things that you see that we get sort of, you know, when we were younger, we get taught, you know, just stupid little things.
Decision making, innit?
Yeah, little things like, remember when your coach used to skinny-wise your kid, like if someone had a free kick, to stand on it and don't let them have a free kick. Those little things like that. You know, last minute of a game, take it to the corner.
Yeah.
Use your head. You can't lose the game if you're in their corner. If you have a shot, okay, what's the chance of it going in? But if it goes down the other end, all those little things, and I think that's what Wayne Rooney's given this team. Is he's opened their eyes to the level that they need to be at, to win games of football. He's made them a lot more professional and
challenged them only in training and stuff, and they'll listen because he's.
But I think that they've got quite a young coach as well, and I think the problem is with MLS is that because a lot of the coaches are products of the same system, is that they don't have that ground. They have the coaching, textbook, blah blah blah, but that's not always what takes you.
No.
And Wayne Rooney's always been that type of player who knows how to do things the right way. You know,
how to win games.
You learn it on the school grounds. You know, you learn it in the yard and playing in your games. You learn it because there's no ref half the time. You have to look after yourself, and I think that's what he's given them. And they're in. You know what? Who say they don't go and win the whole thing?
Well, the thing is, they're on the upwards trend, aren't they? And we always say about MLS, it's the team that comes into it. And we've seen Portland do it a few years ago. Well, anything, it's momentum that carries you through. You know, a lot of times in the championship playoff, teams who finish 6th or whatever have gone up. The other coast, the West Coast, obviously another massive star, and ex-Manchester United's Zlatan continued to tear it up. He's not played in any of the plastic pitches.
Well, he played on Sunday.
No, but he hadn't done any until Sunday, and because they needed to win their last 2 games, he played on Sunday, scored after half an hour. They beat Minnesota 3-1, but they're still in. They've got to win this final game.
He's outside the playoffs at the moment, and that'd be sad for him because
there are points outside of Real Salt Lake.
He's had a really, really good season.
But Salt Lake have finished.
Yeah,
they finished. So it's just a
win.
What are we? In fact, no, to draw.
So what's he scored? 20 goals.
He got 20 goals, 21 now, isn't he?
He's 12 assists as well. So mad like that. He's been brilliant because again he said, hasn't he? Isn't he? I mean, he's not being a prima donna there, by the way, saying he doesn't want to play on AstroTurf or turf pitches. He's looking after his knee that he wrecked. By the way, don't forget that terrible injury. He said he's not got, no way would go out on loan either.
Yeah, he just wants to rest. He said,
go look after his body
because he wants to do it again.
By the way, this is the player, right, that isn't earning massive money in America either. He's not want to be big fat contracts. Rooney's on about £7 million a year. Or $7 million a year, sorry. Zlatan's on about 1.5, which I know that sounds great to us, but in terms of what he's earned over the years, he's not on a big massive career cash thing. He's doing it for love or
he loves experience, isn't it? Yeah.
And again, no, he's got them playing like that. He's challenged the players. He's challenged the manager.
Well, they've had a change as well. They got rid of Siggy Schmidt, who he was finished anyway. He finished when he was at Seattle. He was shite, wasn't he? And the Dominic Kinnear, who was obviously ex-Houston Dynamo coach, Scottish national, has been over there for years. Very good coach, ex-San Jose Earthquakes coach as well. And he took over, and since he's took over, they lost the first game 5-3 at Toronto. But then after that, they've won all the games, and he's tightened up, and he's tweaked the system and given Zlatan a bit more, asked them to do a little bit more, he said, and Zlatan obviously has come up trumps with it. So they play Houston at home. It's live on Sky Sports if anyone's interested.
That should be a good
so, then Ashley Cole's still there. So if they win that, then they're in the playoffs. You'd expect them to win that game without a shadow.
I don't think they'll get to the final if they get there.
But again, it's momentum, isn't it? Well, the best team, Sporting Kansas are the best team at the moment. They're flying.
My boys.
But there's also LA FC, who have been brilliant at 57 points. They're flying. And over on the East Coast, you've got Atlanta, who got 71,000 last week.
They did, and they've done that quite regularly.
He's done it regularly.
And their manager just said he's leaving as well. Which is a bit. It's sad for the league that actually because he's took the league up.
He's brilliant.
Yeah, he's. I think he's either going to the Mexican national team or he's going to a big team in Mexico. But he's took their levels up massively.
He's a brilliant coach.
He showed what
you know what
can be achieved.
That's an attractive job.
70,000
fans in that league.
When they went into that ground, the new Mercedes-Benz ground, it's an amazing stadium. Their plan was that it's an American football stadium, the Atlanta Falcons, and the plan was that they'd have all the seats at the bottom and they'd block off all the ones at the top. There's like a big light video screen, and then the seats above it, and the plan was just block them off.
Keep that in darkness,
because it's all in darkness. They got that many people wanting tickets that they started opening it, and they get 70,000 regularly now. There was a thing the other day showing how many fans they'd got over the season. I'd worked out the same as the amount of fans every game in like the NBA and the NHL and something else put together. It was incredible.
Yeah, they're unbelievable because they regularly, when they don't open that, because there's been a few games they haven't been able to open it for whatever reason, sold out 45,000 because that's what it is, and then they open that and it's 71,000, and it's just they're brilliantly. Well, it shows you the demand there. Everton, get to Georgia, but it shows you the demand. Get to Washington as well. But it's going to be interesting. It's going to be good the last Sunday. So Zlatan does that. Well, the LA Galaxy game's live on Sky at 8:30 on Sunday night.
Playoffs are always exciting.
Yeah, it's good. So go and have a little look. Who's Wayne got this weekend? Wayne has got Chicago away, so again, not a big trip for them. But they're already there anyway.
Schweinsteiger against Rooney.
Schweinsteiger v Rooney, yeah, interesting.
See the top 25 shirts at the MLS, did you see who the number one was?
No. Was it Schweinsteiger?
No,
Zlatan?
6.
Oh, he was 6.
It was Zlatan.
Was it?
Rooney was 4.
Sure.
What's his name from Atlanta was...
Martinez.
I think he was 3.
His quality, he's leaving though, isn't he? Martinez, they reckon there's a couple of European sides on him, yeah.
There you go.
So, interesting. He was at Torino, I think, and then went there and he scored 30 goals last season. He's got 30 or something this season, so he is very good. He's only 23 as well, so there you go. Check it out. It's good. Something different, isn't it? Yeah, there you go. That's enough for this week. Thank you very much for watching or listening, if you're listening to this on the podcast. Don't forget, every one of our shows is available as a podcast. So if you've got mates who are like, I don't get time to watch the videos, tell them they can sign up and just have all the podcasts. Pound. That's all it is. For now. Might go. You never know. Like Brexit. God. See you later.